So I'm on my bike ride. I stopped to put my windbreaker on because it is actually pretty chilly today. The high today is going to be 68 and it's not that high yet. Every time I try to put this thing on, this thing gets stuck in there. That, whatever that's called, that flap gets stuck in the zipper and I can't unzip it and I can't zip it. How do you undo this? This one's really stuck. Well, I ended up just leaving it half zipped because it's not freezing cold today, so I don't need it to be totally warm. I could feel a huge difference just wearing it, so it is what it is. It's large enough I can slip it off over my head. So it's not like I'm stuck in it. So last night, I'd almost forgotten I was doing stuff all day. I shopped for the food truck, which was like 6 hours of shopping plus the over an hour each direction of driving. So it was a full day. I got home and I walked dogs and collected cats, and then I remembered I was gonna go watch the fireflies tonight because we actually have fireflies in a couple different areas here in town. Not many people know about them, so they're not busy, but I do know, and I love fireflies, especially growing up out east and then spending quite a few of my adult years in Georgia. So anyway, I did that last night and I'm trying to do that again tonight. I love it so much. I miss them so much. In Georgia, they're just thick and everywhere. But here, well, if you're lucky to find a spot that has them, they're much smaller and there's not as many of them. So you don't get quite the same show as you do in Georgia, but it's still really cool to see them at all. I feel very lucky that I know about them. So I had a couple of really cool things happen this weekend. One was this morning, because it was cooler out, I put on my jeans. When I put on my jeans, I have to put a belt on. And I don't wear them very often. But put my belt on and cinched it up. And I'm now on the 4th loop hole. I'm on the 4th hole. When I first started trying to lose weight, I couldn't latch it at all. And my pants I couldn't button or zip. So if I wore my jeans, I had to have them completely undone and wear a big hoodie or something to cover that up. But now the belt, I'm on the 4th hole out of 5 originally, and I used to be at 5 for years on the 5th hole. And then I lost a lot of weight and I had to add 2 additional holes and then gained the weight back, plus some. A couple years ago I had an eye exam done and my eye doctor told me at the end, you might notice that you're starting to have trouble seeing close up. And I was like, why? What did you see? And he said, oh, nothing, but you're over 40, so that's usually when it starts to go. And I was like, no way. It's never gonna happen to me. But I've been noticing that I've been having trouble seeing out of my rearview mirror. It's super close to my eyes. I've been readjusting that thing like crazy. And over the last 6 months or so, I have been noticing that I have to pull things further away from my face to see them clearly. So I guess he was right. And I really do need to go back to the eye doctor, but at the moment I don't have eye insurance because that was through my husband's job and he doesn't have that job anymore. So I'll have to wait till I figure that out. Well, I came from town back there just finished climbing the hill and now it's downhill. But I just had to stop and get some water because my throat and my tongue were just dry. I'm fighting this wind right now. Comes in gusts, it'll be all right. I mean, I have wind the whole time, but the really strong stuff comes in gusts. Just about stops my progress. However, it's not nearly as bad as that day. I was riding in South Dakota and the wind just started and I couldn't even keep my bike upright or move forward. Passing by this old house they've got on the other side of the house a bunch of other wagons and old vehicles, but man, look at this. California, this red one, California Rock Crusher. I need to go back and show you the other ones. There's like a wooden barrel under the shade. I guess you can't see it. There we go. A wooden barrel water tank. There's some more of their collection. And it goes on behind the garage, and then there's more over here. And there's more under the cover, and then there's that red rock crusher again. Look at that crazy hill. This shed is made with apple crates. The walls are. So the wind changed directions on me, so I changed directions on my ride. But now I've turned around. I've gone 15 miles, turned around, and I am heading back. So it'll be 30 miles. Got some sandhill cranes. I almost went right by them. I decided to come along the back side of town. I've never been back here. Whew, it was a climb getting up here. Good news is the flag is still blowing the same direction as it was when I came in, which means I have a tailwind. So it's 4:45. I think I have a little over an hour to get home. Probably like an hour and a half maybe. An hour and a half from now, be 6:15. That's not too bad. I think I can get it all done that I need to get done before I go watch the fireflies tonight. So given the time right now and how much further I have to go home, I think that I'll be home 6:30, 6:45 because I do have some climbing to do, even though I have a tailwind, and it does not feel like much of a tailwind. I'm gonna have to do those dishes in the food truck fast when I get home because I am not gonna be late for the fireflies tonight. So I just wanted to see if this is actually wheat, because there's so much growing just beside the road. I'm pretty sure it is, but it's already empty. Like it was already picked through by the birds. I wonder why there's so much just growing on the side of the road. Well, it's been feeling like I had a headwind, so it's nice to have a little bit of a downhill just to feel a little bit better. Whee! Oh, I love a good downhill. Look at the spikes on these discs. There we go. This feels good. There's a house across the street here that had this for sale or for rent sign for the longest time. And my mom was looking for a house to rent. And so I was trying to get her to rent it because I think it's beautiful down here, but they never answered. I don't think anyone's ever lived in it since, or a long time before either. I rode this road many years ago, and I decided that it was way too big of a climb. So I pretty much avoided it ever since. And I'm biking it now. This is the one I just went down. And I had a headwind, but I went fast. And now I have a tailwind, but I'm going slow. Anyway, I am going uphill, but it's so slight. I don't even know what I was thinking. This is not anything to be worried about. It gets a little bit steeper the closer you get to town, but even then it's not that bad. Love the detail on this library. It's one of the Carnegie libraries. I can't remember the guy's name, but one of the Carnegies donated to libraries all across the country. And that's one of them. Oh, this has been a beautiful day for a ride. Jumps up again tomorrow in temperature, so I won't get this again for who knows how long. But I've really enjoyed it. I wish I'd gotten out the house earlier and gone for a ride earlier, but it is what it is. I can't change the past. But I've really enjoyed these 30 miles. Oh, here he comes. Oh, he hit the fence. Poor thing. I don't know why they come out of the field like that. They're fine. And then all of a sudden they have to run in front of my bike. Another one. No, see, I don't understand. Why do they do that? Oh, he stopped. Good. Nope, just looking for a different spot. I don't know why they do that all the way across the field. Why do I look so intimidating to deer? Do I look like a natural predator? Well, there were people at the driving range. There were two guys, and I asked them if I could cross real quick. And they said sure, so I went ahead as fast as I could. So I didn't have to go around. I didn't have to wait. That was nice. And I am back home. So I will see you later. And until then, get outside and enjoy the unexpected cooler weather that you get this summer.